Hello, everyone. This is John Hill from the campus of St. Clair County Community College. We're in the Fine Arts Auditorium, and we are just about to begin the final round in what is the Michigan State Finals for the Quiz Bowl. It's a new event to the community college, and the person responsible for it is State Senator Dan DeGrow. And Senator DeGrow is with us at this moment, first of all, to explain what brought the tournament to Port Huron and the community college.
Well, there have been a number of regional tournaments for at least the last 5 to 10 years in Michigan, but the national tournament, one of them is going to be in Florida this year at Disney World, and they'll only take one team from Michigan, and there was a dispute about who would get to go, so Senator Engler and myself thought, well, the best way to settle that would be for us just to run a statewide tournament, and the winner will get to go to the nationals.
Now, what is at stake here?
Well, the winning team will get 4 $250 scholarships, the big trophy we see down in front of us, and the medals for both teams, and of course the right to go to the national tournament.
Let me take a moment and ask the teams to introduce themselves, the members who are participating, and let's begin with Sterling Heights from my right to left, please.
Hi, my name is Dave Mykos, and I'm currently a senior at Sterling Heights High School.
My name is Steve Ferguson, and I'm currently a senior.
My name is Jeff Stacy, and I'm a senior.
I'm Vince Wilk, and I'm a senior.
And now, the team from Detroit Catholic Central.
Hi, my name is Mike Smigalski, and I'm a senior at Catholic Central.
My name is John Buckley. I'm the captain of the CC team. I'm a senior this year.
Hi, I'm Eric Sunday. I'm now a junior at CC.
And I'm Stan Abraham, and I'm a senior at DCC.
Thank you. We'll mention that in this final round, the halves, and we play 2 of them, are 20 minutes each in length. The way the game is played, for those at home who may not have seen a quiz bowl played, is as follows. We begin with what are called toss-up questions, and those are worth 15 points. The team answering each toss-up question then is entitled to a subsequent bonus question, which only they are eligible for, and if they guess that correctly, it's an additional 10 points. If a guess is given for a toss-up question and it's incorrect, it results in a 5-point penalty. The team leading at the end of the second half of play, the second 20-minute half, will be the winner. So with that, timekeeper, if you are ready, let's begin. Toss-up question number 1. Crimean War and poetry. According to Alfred Tennyson, how many light brigaders rode into the Valley of Death, doing and dying and not reasoning why? Sterling Heights?
600.
600 is correct. Bonus question for Sterling Heights. Grammar. Appositives are always used as what part of speech?
Adjective.
Incorrect. The answer is nouns. Nouns. Toss-up question. Short stories. Name either of the 2 gifts highlighted in the Gift of the Magi. Catholic Central?
Hair combs.
That is correct. And the other was a watch chain. Bonus question. Art history. Scrolls or writings decorated with illustrations or designs in gold or bright colors are known as... Answer, please.
Pictures.
They are illuminated manuscripts. Toss-up question. Birds. Name the finch native to the Canary Islands. The Catholic Central.
The canary.
Canary is correct. A bonus question now for Catholic Central. Name the affliction resulting from insufficient vitamin D, which leads to abnormal bone formation.
Rickets.
Rickets is correct. Toss-up question now. History of Germany. The Weimar Republic of Germany began its short-lived existence, Catholic Central?
Right after the Versailles Treaty of World War I. Yeah.
That is correct. Toss-up bonus question now for Catholic Central. U.S. history. This state was actually an independent nation between... This is a bonus question. This state was actually an independent nation between 1836 and 1845. Name it.
Texas.
Texas is right. Toss-up question now. Parts of speech. How should the first word in the following sentence be classified? Yipes. Sterling Heights.
Interjection.
Interjection is right. I wanted to read the rest of that too. Bonus question now. Headlines in history. The following headline, which appeared in many newspapers around the world, referred to what small nation in 1962? Blockade! Exclamation mark.
Cuba.
Cuba is right.
Excuse me, time.
Time up.
That reads 18 minutes. Is there a different time for the competition?
Yes, there is. These are 20-minute halves. Okay, let's resume. Toss-up question. Mathematical properties. 5 parentheses 3 plus 8 equals 5 parentheses 3 plus 5? Sterling Heights.
The distributive property.
That is correct. Bonus question now, Sterling Heights. Exponents. X plus y to the 0 power is equal to?
1.
1 is right. Toss-up question, botany. What is the common name for an embryo in the field of botany? Catholic Central.
A seed.
A seed is right. Bonus question, Central. Federal funding. What type of legislative act authorizes the expenditure of a designated amount of public funds for a specific purpose?
Appropriation fund.
Appropriation is correct. Toss-up question. Health. African sleeping sickness has been central.
Tsetse fly.
Tsetse fly is correct. Bonus question. Wars and quotations. He said, if there was ever a just war since the world began, it is this in which America is now engaged. To what war was Thomas Paine referring?
The Revolutionary War in America.
That is correct. Toss-up question. Graphing. What is the slope of a horizontal line? Central.
Undefined.
Sterling, that is incorrect. Sterling Heights.
0.
0 is correct. Toss-up question. I'm sorry, bonus question, Sterling Heights. Geology. The term desiccation refers to the loss of what by a sediment as it is being compacted?
Water.
Water is right. We have a score of 110 to 90, currently Central in the lead. First half. Toss-up question, physics. What is amplified by the simulated emission? Sterling Heights.
Light.
Incorrect. Simulated emission of radiation in a maser. Central.
Microwaves.
Microwaves is right. A bonus question now for Central. Ecology and geography. What biome is most typical of all of the following regions? The Nephid, the Kitsulcum, the Arunta, the Atacama, the Nubian, the Dasht i Kavir, the Gibson, the Kalahari.
Deserts.
Deserts are right. Toss-up question. Grammar. A shift in what makes the following sentence unacceptable? Central.
A tense.
No. It is. A poltergeist is a noisy ghost, and they are often blamed for strange sounds in old buildings. Sterling Heights.
Shift in number.
Number is correct. Bonus question for Sterling Heights. Shakespearean characters. 2 of Hamlet's childhood friends were summoned to Denmark to help draw him out of his madness. Name either of these friends.
Rosencrantz.
Correct. Guildenstern the other. Toss-up question now. 20th century revolutionaries. This extraordinary leader felt he was destined to lead the revolution that would overthrow the Manchu dynasty. Central.
Mao Zedong.
Wrong. In this mission, he succeeded and was elected the first president of the new Chinese Republic. Name him. Sterling Heights.
Chiang Kai-shek.
It was Sun Yat-sen. Toss-up question. Botany. Scientists give what name to the pressure resulting in the normal fullness or tension produced by the fluid content of plant cells? No guess. The answer is turgor. Toss-up question. Mideast history. A conflict between the United States and Russia regarding funding for what proposed Egyptian dam? Sterling Heights.
The Aswan Dam.
Aswan Dam is correct. Bonus question now, Sterling Heights. What 3 states border Michigan?
Indiana, Wisconsin, and Ohio.
Correct. Toss-up question now. What battle in Canada on October 5th, 1813, broke the British hold on Michigan during the War of 1812? No takers. It was Battle of the Thames. Toss-up question. Do you have any Gary Hart problems? Any Ginsburg problems? Question mark. Prospective Justice Department appointees screened recently by White House officials were asked these questions. What did they mean by Ginsburg problems? Catholic Central?
Drug-related use in previous years.
That is correct. Drug problems. Bonus question now for Central. It's a very long way from West Germany to Laos, but if you wanted to make the journey, you'd only have to travel through 3 intervening countries. Name any 2 of them.
East Germany, Soviet Union.
Incorrect. It is Czechoslovakia, Soviet Union, and China. Toss-up question. What Shakespearean play begins with, "Now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace"? Was it The Tempest, Love's Labor Lost, Midsummer Night's Dream, Merchant of Venice, or Richard III? Central.
Merchant of Venice.
That is incorrect. No guess. It was A Midsummer Night's Dream. Toss-up question. When one element gains protons or protons and neutrons, this condition is called A, transmutation, B, Catholic Central
Transmutation.
is correct. Bonus question now for Central. Which of the following can best be classified as a stimulant? Alcohol, amphetamine, opiate, barbiturate?
Amphetamines.
That is correct. Toss-up question. Liverworts are most closely related to bacteria, algae, ferns, peas, or mosses? Central.
Mosses.
Mosses is correct. Bonus question for Central. A person who holds another job in addition to a regular full-time job is said to be loopholing, non-participating, stockpiling, log rolling, moonlighting.
Let's go for moonlighting.
That would be correct. Moonlighting. 185 to 130 Central in the lead over Sterling Heights. First half competition. And a toss-up question. If I rubbed a contrivance which has been treated with a mixture of potassium chlorate against a surface treated with red phosphorus, Central,
You'd be striking a match.
you would be striking a match. Bonus question now for Central. According to its derivation, which theatrical performance should actually be in the morning?
A matinee.
A matinee is correct. Toss-up question now. Spell the two Latin words for which the abbreviation ETC period, Central.
E-T space C-E-T-E-R-A.
That is correct. Bonus question now. As you might suspect, the English language has borrowed very few words from Chinese. A word that has been borrowed means an orange-colored fruit about the size of a... This is a bonus question. About the size of a plum. What is the word?
Mandarin.
It is not. It is kumquat. Kumquat. Toss-up question. Name any three of the four chemical elements that are most abundant in the Earth's crust. Central?
Aluminum,
One.
sodium,
No. Sterling Heights?
Iron, oxygen, and silicon.
Right, and aluminum the fourth. Bonus question for Sterling Heights. Lemuel Gulliver visits the island of Lilliput in Swift's story written in 1726. In what political work written about 2 centuries earlier does Raphael Hythlodaeus visit an island whose capital was Amarstam? Hythlodaeus finds the island is nearly perfect and expounds on its virtues to the books. Sterling Heights.
It's a bonus question.
I'm sorry?
It's a bonus question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me finish it. Expounds to its virtues to the book's author, who was the English humanist who has been canonized for his martyrdom at the hands of Henry VIII.
Sir Thomas A. Becket.
That is incorrect. It is utopia. Utopia. Toss-up question now. A person born on the cusp between Central?
He's born on part of one sign, at the end of one sign, and the beginning of the other.
That's incorrect. I'll finish the question. On the cusp between Scorpio and Sagittarius, has a birthday in what month? Sterling Heights.
November.
November is right. Bonus question, Sterling Heights. How do you say it is hot today in French?
Il fait chaud aujourd'hui.
You are correct. Toss-up question. Of whom did Will Rogers write, he is the first president to discover that what the American people want is to be left alone? It's a bonus, is it not?
no. No.
Toss-up, I'm sorry. Central.
Kelvin Coolidge.
Coolidge is correct. Bonus question now for Central. One of the best known of all American patriots in colonial times had a son, William, who was a leader of the Tories, those on the side of the British Crown. Name this famous American.
Thomas Paine.
Benjamin Franklin. Toss-up question. What space on Monopoly board has a question mark on it? Central?
Chance.
Chance is right. Bonus question now for Detroit Catholic Central. State the two values of an angle which has a sine equal to 0.
Pi and 2 pi. No, 0 pi and 2 pi.
0 pi and 2 pi.
The answer we're looking for is 0 degrees and 180 degrees. Toss-up question. This famous American woman married a cousin. She will long be remembered as a speaker, writer, and humanitarian. Sterling Heights
Eleanor Roosevelt.
is correct. Bonus question for Sterling Heights. The system of mathematical calculation invented by Sir Isaac Newton is called A, logarithms, B, statistics, C, calculus, or D, analytical geometry.
Calculus.
Calculus is correct. Toss-up question now with 245 to 195 the score. Central in the lead. Toss-up question. What Greek hero had his own special troops called the Myrmidons? Central?
Achilles.
Achilles is right. Bonus question. How many liters are contained in a rectangular box with these dimensions? 100 centimeters long, 25 centimeters wide, 5 centimeters deep.
12.5 liters.
Correct. A toss-up question now. What is the valence of carbon in most... Central?
Positive 4.
4 is correct. Bonus question, Central. Name the 1857 Supreme Court decision that declared that no black, free or slave, could claim U.S. citizenship.
Dred Scott versus Sanford.
Dred Scott versus Sanford.
That's correct. The Dred Scott decision. Toss-up question. I have one consolation, he reflected when the election returns were in. No one candidate was ever elected ex-Central.
Walter Mondale.
Incorrect. No one candidate was ever elected ex-president by such a large majority. Who was this chief executive who finished a distant third in 1912? Sterling Heights?
Theodore Roosevelt.
It was Taft. Taft. Toss-up question. This Italian's invention of the wind vane about 1500 changed the direction of forecasting. Who was he? Central.
Leonardo da Vinci.
That is correct. Bonus question for Central. The four river valleys in which the first four true civilizations arose include the Tigris-Euphrates rivers in Mesopotamia. Name any two of the other three.
Ganges, Nile.
Nile, Indus, or the Huang Ho. Toss-up question. The tree was hit by a car. What voice is being used? Sterling Heights?
Passive.
Passive. Bonus question, Sterling Heights. Butane and propane are gases, but they are usually transported from state to state in what other form of substance?
Liquid.
Liquid is right. Toss-up question. What two-word term refers to a sphere which is flattened at its poles and bulges at its equator? Central?
Egg-shaped.
In Judge, I'll need a... Not correct. The answer is oblate spheroid, specifically. Toss-up. The time is the fifth inning of the third game of the 1932 World Series. One of the most brazen and defiant gestures of baseball history saw a batter point to the distant fence. Central.
Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth is right. A bonus question for Central. What Roman Catholic doctrine holds that the teachings of the Church are immune from error because of divine dispensation?
Infallibility.
Is correct. Toss-up question now. Name the region of the electromagnetic spectrum that is intermediate in wavelength between the ultraviolet region and... Central.
Visible light.
Incorrect. Between the ultraviolet region and the gamma ray region. Sterling Heights?
Radio waves.
Incorrect. They are X-rays. Toss-up question now. What two-word phrase refers to the set of possible outcomes in a probability? No takers? Sample space. Sample space. Toss-up question again. Name the novel by Fred Gibson which tells of a dog that fought against overwhelming odds to protect its family. Central. Answer, please.
I'm sorry.
Sterling Heights. The answer is Old Yeller. Old Yeller. Toss-up question. Who said, "I go to bed every night feeling that I've failed that day because I couldn't end the conflict in Vietnam"? Central.
Lyndon Baines Johnson.
You are correct. Lyndon Johnson. A bonus question now for Central. What were the first names of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in Stevenson's novel of that name?
Henry Jekyll, Edward Hyde.
You are correct. Toss-up question now. Consider a pyramidal solid whose base is a hexagon. What is the total number of faces on Central?
7.
7 is correct. Total number of faces on this solid. Bonus question for Central. A mutual fund which doesn't charge a fee when a person buys or sells can be described by what term?
Certificate of deposit.
It is no load. No load. Toss-up question now, with the score 355 to 210, Central in the lead. Before 1600, American Indians used to do what to forests to flush out the game? Central?
Set them on fire.
They set fires. The bonus question now for Catholic Central. According to the U.S. Constitution, how often is the Cabinet required to meet? Is it weekly, monthly, whenever the President orders a meeting, or not at all?
Not at all.
Not at all is correct. Toss-up question now. The world's longest sled dog race lasts about, Sterling Heights,
Yeah, Iditarod.
lasts about 12 days and covers 1,100 miles. It starts at Anchorage, Alaska. Central?
Nome, Alaska.
Nome, Alaska is where it ends. Bonus question now for Central. The naval engagement took place on September 23, 1779. His ship sank beneath him, but he had managed to capture the British ship Serapis. Name him.
John Paul Jones.
Is correct. Toss-up question now. In the chemical reaction involving ionic species in aqueous solution, there are usually additional ionic species present. Central?
Spectators.
More complete, please.
Spectator ions.
That is correct. Bonus question. What word meaning a desire may be from the Chinese slang for a craving?
A yen.
A yen is right. And that is the end of the first half of play with a score 435. Help me out with the score for
425.
225. And Central in the lead, a short timeout, and we'll be back with the second half of action. How many teams have competed thus far?
We've had about 40 teams. You had to win a regional league or tournament to get here, and we've had 40 teams, and these are the 2 teams that are left.
It is a double elimination.
Yes, every team got to play at least 2 matches.
The teams we will see in just a moment, Sterling Heights and Detroit Catholic Central. Catholic Central is the team that is undefeated. Sterling Heights has 1 loss.
That's right. If Sterling Heights were to win this game we're about to play, we'd have to play another one.
And if Catholic Central wins, then they become the state champions in this tournament.
Right. Catholic Central, if they win, will be the state champion of Michigan in Quiz Bowl.
Okay. Thank you, Senator. Let's get things underway. Let's begin now our second half of action. Before we do, though, one correction in the score that we gave you just before the half. It is 430 Detroit Catholic Central to 205. Is that correct? 430 to 205 as we begin the second half of play. And before we start, Tom, I would like to introduce the gentlemen who are helping out with this final round. To my right, first is our judge for this match, Dr. Richard Norris, who is president of St. Clair County Community College, and Gordy Jameson, who is director of student services for the Port Huron Area School District. All right, with that, let's begin our second half of play. 20 minutes, 430 to 205 the score, a lot of time left. And let's begin timer with his first toss-up question. Throughout history, man has used the borzoi as a hunting dog. What's the more common name? Sterling Heights?
Labrador.
Incorrect. The more common name of this dog, it is a Russian wolfhound. Toss-up question. We use this word to refer to a social get-together. It originally meant an Algonquin or Pennsylvania Dutch medicine man. Identify the rhyming 2-syllable word. Central.
Powwow.
Powwow is right. Bonus question now for Central. What Baroque painter was mainly patronized by the successful Lutherans and Calvinists of Holland?
Van Eyck.
No, it was Rembrandt. Rembrandt. Toss-up question. Since no one had trademarked this ancient title, Thomas Nelson Publishing was allowed to in 1979. Give the title. No takers? It is the Bible. Toss-up question. What animal's hair is used in violin bows? Central.
Horses.
Horses, right. Bonus question. The Malay Peninsula is located on which continent?
Asia.
Is correct. Asia. Toss-up question. Many variations have been done on classical compositions, such as Glenn Gould's recording of this composer's Goldberg Variations, which made it to number 3 on the chart. Who was the original composer of the Goldberg Variations? Sterling Heights?
J.S. Bach.
It was Bach, yes. Bonus. Sterling Heights. This question is about the Old Dominion, the home state of Washington, Jefferson, Madison, and Monroe. Is Virginia among the highest third, middle third, or lowest third with respect to population?
Lowest third.
It is the highest third. Toss-up question. What Russian-American composer celebrated his 80th birthday by watching a TV performance of his new ballet, Noah and the Flood? Central.
Shostakovich.
No, that's incorrect. Sterling Heights?
Leonard Bernstein.
No, it was Igor Stravinsky. Toss-up question. Of temperature, soil nutrients, or light exposure, what's the most important factor in flowering? Sterling Heights.
Soil nutrients.
I'm sorry?
Soil nutrients.
No, that's not correct. Central.
Temperature.
No, it is light exposure. Light exposure. Toss-up question now. The Hudson River School was the first real movement in American Central.
Of landscape paintings.
No, I'll have to complete the question. That did not involve portraits. This celebration of the American landscape, along with contemporary paintings of the common working man, coincided with the Democratic populist administration of what pre-Civil War president? It was Andrew Jackson. Toss-up question. Name the process of conserving soil by changing the type of crops planted. Central.
Crop rotation.
Crop rotation is correct. Bonus question for Central. Name either one of the church institutions that were centers of learning in the early Middle Ages.
The Abbey? Monastery Abbey?
The monastery.
Monastery or cathedral, right. The next question is a toss-up question. Which of these fossil animals shows both reptile and bird characteristics? Central.
The Archaeopteryx.
You are right. Bonus question. How do you spell jurisprudence?
JURISPRUDENCE.
You are correct. Toss-up question now. In 1883, what magazine began as the women's supplement of Tribune and Farmer? Who buzzed, please? Was it Central?
Yep.
Yes,
Was
go
it
ahead.
Cosmopolitan?
No, it was not. It was the Ladies' Home Journal. Ladies' Home Journal. Toss-up question now. Otolaryngology treats diseases of what three? Sterling Heights?
Ear, nose, and throat.
You are right, ear, nose, and throat. Bonus question now for Sterling Heights. What famed Glendale, California cemetery boasts sections called Slumberland, Babylon, Court of Freedom, and Vale of Memory? No guess?
No guess.
It is Forest Lawn. Forest Lawn. In California, of course. Toss-up question now. If the perimeter of an equilateral triangle is 48 inches, how long is the... Sterling Heights.
16 inches.
No, I'm sorry. How long is the line segment joining the midpoints of two sides? No, get... Central?
6.
No, it is 8 inches. 8 inches. Toss-up question. A century before the English settled in Jamestown, what Europeans founded a settlement in South Carolina? Central?
The Vikings.
No, it was not. It was the Spaniards. The Spaniards. Toss-up question. What color is steam? Central.
Colorless. Transparent.
Correct. A bonus question now. Grams per cubic centimeter, pounds per cubic inch, and kilograms per cubic millimeter are units for measuring what?
Pressure.
No, it is density. Density. Toss-up question. He was the first actor to play Hamlet, Othello, Lear, and Richard III. He and his brother built the Globe Theater. Who was he? Sterling Heights?
Burbage.
It was Richard Burbage. Bonus question now for Sterling Heights. What branch of chemistry studies the interrelationship between a magnetic field and atomic and molecular structures? Answer, please.
Nuclear chemistry.
No, it is magnetochemistry. Toss-up question. What fabric got its name by combining the abbreviations of an American and a British central?
Polyester?
No, an American and a British fashion capital. Sterling Heights?
Nylon.
Nylon is right. A bonus question now for Sterling Heights. What is the name of the corn that has red, brown, blue, and purple kernels?
Maize.
No. It is Indian corn specifically, Indian corn. Toss-up question. Most stars' names are from 3 languages. Name any 2 of them. Central?
English and Russian.
That's incorrect. Sterling Heights?
English and Greek.
The answer is Greek, Latin, and Arabic. Toss-up question. The fierce Minotaur was kept in a labyrinth on the island of Crete. It had the body of a man, Sterling Heights,
And the head of a bull.
and the head of a bull. You are right. Bonus question now for Sterling Heights. What pitcher holds the record for the most career World Series victories?
Whitey Ford.
Whitey Ford is right. Toss-up question now. Circles, parabolas, ellipses, Sterling Heights.
Conic section.
Conic sections, you are right. And a bonus question now. Albert, Jack, Harry, and Samuel established what film company in 1928?
Metro Goldwyn Mayer.
No, it was Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers. Toss-up question now. He was Alan Pinkerton of Glasgow until he came to the United States in 18... Central?
Pinkerton Detective Agency.
That is correct. And a bonus question now. Operas in history. Name the opera by Gioacchino Rossini, which tells the story of a Swiss patriot oppressed by the despotic rule of Governor Gessler.
William Tell.
William Tell is right. Toss-up question now. Bird anatomy. Name the region of the alimentary tract in birds. Central?
The syrinx.
No. The alimentary tract in birds with thick muscular walls and some adaptation for grinding food. Sterling Heights?
The gizzard.
The gizzard is right. A bonus question now for Sterling Heights. Sociology. This term was once confined to people who were born within the sound of bow bells. Today, it is confined to those living in the eastern end of London who speak with a certain dialect. What are these people called?
Cockney.
Cockneys is right. Toss-up question. Life. Name the fundamental characteristic of living creatures which... Central.
They all contain the carbon element.
Name the fundamental characteristic of living creatures which enables them all to respond to the environment. Sterling Heights.
Adaptation.
It is irritability. Irritability. Toss-up question. Astronomy. What is the name for the outward flow of protons and electrons from the sun? Central.
The solar wind.
The solar wind is right. Bonus question now for Central. Forms of government. This term is often used synonymously with the word democracy, but actually it is different in that power is exercised by elected representatives rather than directly by the people themselves. Name this term.
Republic.
Republic is right. 5:30 to 300 and a timeout. And we'll continue in just a minute. Okay, just before we resume time, we've had some substitutions, and I'll ask those new players to introduce themselves. For Central, you are?
My name's Matt, and I'm a senior.
And for Sterling Heights?
I am Scott Goldie, and I'm a senior.
Okay, let's resume. We have 10 minutes left in the half, in the game. We're in the second half. The score is 5:30 to 300. Central leading Sterling Heights. And let's resume with this toss-up question. Basic percentage. 4 is what percent of 20? Sterling Heights?
20%.
20% is right. Bonus question, Sterling Heights. Grammar. How are all of the following conjunctions classified? Yet, but, nor, and, for, or.
Subordinating conjunctions.
They are coordinating conjunctions. Toss-up. American states. Which American state which borders upon the Pacific Ocean alphabetically comes first? Sterling Heights?
Alaska.
Alaska is right. Bonus question for Sterling Heights. Asian geography and history. The former nation of Siam is known today as?
Thailand.
Thailand is right. Toss-up question. Classical literature. In what well-known work are these stories found? The Canon's Yeoman's Tale. Central.
The Canterbury Tales?
Canterbury Tales is correct. Bonus question for Central. Properties of matter. The amount of space taken up by an object in 3 dimensions is known as its?
Volume?
Volume is correct. Toss-up question now. Even integers. The larger of 2 consecutive even integers is 8 less than twice the smaller. The smaller integer is? It is 10. Toss-up question, lakes in U.S. geography. It is located on the Arizona-Nevada border and is the largest man-made lake in the Sterling Heights?
Lake Mead.
Lake Mead is correct, largest man-made lake in the U.S. Bonus question, ecology. Scientists have discovered a region in the atmosphere where the ozone content is about 40% below normal. This hole in the ozone layer is located above what continent?
Antarctica.
Antarctica is correct. Toss-up question. Proportions. 1 is to 7 as 3 is to? Sterling Heights?
21.
21 is right. Bonus question now. Research papers. What abbreviation can be used for footnotes when 2 or more consecutive footnotes refer to the same source?
ABID.
Again, please.
IBID.
That is correct. Toss-up question now. Prepositions in the Old South. What is the first preposition used in the lyrics of Old Folks at Home? Sterling Heights?
At.
No, it is not. No guess. It is upon. Upon. Toss-up question, bodily fluids. Name the clear and slightly yellowish fluid which comprises about 55%, Sterling Heights?
Plasma.
Plasma is right, of the total volume of blood. Bonus question now. Grammar, what type of phrase is dangling in this example? At the age of 4, Sally's father quit his job and joined the Army.
At the age of 4.
I need the phrase. The phrase is a prepositional phrase. Toss-up question. Mythology. Who wore the helmet of Hades in order... Central?
What's the guy's name? Jason.
No, that's incorrect. In order to render himself invisible. Sterling Heights?
Hercules.
No, it was not. It was Perseus. Toss-up question, world history. In 1910, an English expedition led by Robert Scott embarked from New Zealand on their ill-fated attempt to reach Sterling Heights?
The South Pole.
The South Pole. Bonus question now for Sterling Heights, biology. Biologists speak of 3 types of symmetry. Which of these correctly describes the starfish?
Radial.
That is correct, radial symmetry. Toss-up question now, Vietnam. The Vietnam Independence League was dominated in 1954 by Ho Chi Minh. Members of this league were then known as the... Central?
Viet Cong?
No. It was Viet Minh. Viet Minh. Toss-up question now. Which of these was not composed by Edvard Grieg, Olaf Tryggvason, Im Herbst, Scheherazade, Sigurd Jorsalfar? Central.
Scheherazade.
It was Scheherazade. You are correct. Bonus question. Which of the following pairs of numbers are not solutions to the sentence 2p plus q to the power greater 3? A, 1 and 2. B, 3 and minus 1. C, 3 and minus 3. D, 2 and 0. Answer,
3
please.
minus 3.
3 and minus 3 is right. Toss-up question. The antonym of futile is A, sovereign, B, spurious, C, effective. Catholic Central.
C, effective.
It is effective. Bonus question now for Central. The killer of Archduke Ferdinand was Oliver Cromwell, Gabriel Princip,
Well, no, it's
bonus question, Sirhan Sirhan, or Franz Mitterrich?
Be whatever his first name was.
Gabriel
Princip. Gavrilo.
That is correct. It was B, Gabriel Princip. Toss-up question now. A glass prism produces a spectrum by absorbing all white light. Central?
Refracting.
By refracting, correct. Bonus question now for Central. The Attorney General during John Kennedy's administration was Robert McFarland, Hubert Humphrey, Dean Rusk, George Shultz, Robert Kennedy.
Robert Kennedy.
Robert Kennedy is correct. Toss-up question now. Name the 19th century European composer who believed that American spirituals were brilliantly original compositions. He used echoes of Swing Low, Sweet Chariot in the first movement of his New World Symphony. Sterling Heights.
Dvorak.
I would give me that again, please.
Dvorak.
Okay. Bonus question now. The length of one side of a square is 3A. What is its area?
9A squared.
9A squared is right. Toss-up question. What universal law explains why bodies of water have tides? Central.
Gravitation.
Gravitation is right. Bonus question now for Central. What great miracle did Jesus say a person could do if he had faith as a mustard seed?
Move a mountain.
That is correct. Toss-up question now. The history of Renaissance Italy is in part a history of great families. The Borgias of Rome, the Sforzas of Milan. Central?
The Medicis.
Medicis is right. Bonus question now. Who was the first professional singer to leave his voice to posterity by way of the phonograph? Answer, please.
Caruso.
Caruso is right. Enrico Caruso. Toss-up question. The first electronic computers were used to calculate the flight paths of artillery shells during what war? Central.
Korean War.
No, that isn't correct. Sterling Heights.
World War II.
World War II is right. Bonus question now for Sterling Heights. A hygrometer is used to measure humidity of the air. What is a hydrometer used for?
Repeat the...
Answer, please.
Water pressure.
To measure the density of liquids. Toss-up question now. The enemy has demanded surrender. I have answered the demand with a cannon shot, and our flag still waves proudly from the walls. I shall never surrender or retreat. If our call for help is neglected, I am determined to sustain myself as long as possible and die like a soldier. Sterling Heights.
William Barrett Travis.
William Barrett Travis is correct at the Alamo. I ask the audience to please be quiet, if you will, so we can concentrate up here. Thank you. Bonus question now. One of the favorite designers of such stylish ladies as Liza Minnelli and Liz Taylor is a fellow named Roy Froeck from Des Moines, Iowa. However, the labels that adorn his designs bear his middle name. What is it?
Halston.
Halston is right. Toss-up question now. The film Moulin Rouge deals with whose life story? No one. It is Toulouse-Lautrec's. Toss-up question. How do you spell copyright? Central?
C-O-P-Y-R-I, that's an I, G-H-T.
And that's right. Toss-up question now. Explorations. Whose voyage is described as follows? They set forth on the Sea of Darkness on August 3rd with just a compass and astrolabe. Then on October 12th, they spotted the sand cliffs of what is now known as Watling Island.
The Catholic Central Quiz Bowl team.
That is time. It was Columbus, and congratulations to Catholic Central for a victory. Is its final score 680 to 485. Very well done. In just a moment, we'll be back with the awards presentation. A very exciting, I'm sure you'll agree, Quiz Bowl match, and it is amazing the questions that are answered by these young people. And we're going to give the awards presentation now. Senator DeGros is going to give the runner-up trophies, and we'll ask you to each identify yourselves as you come across and accept your award.
Hi, I'm Dave Mykos. I'm currently a senior at Sterling Heights High School.
Thank you, Dave. You are?
Scott Goldie, I'm a senior at Sterling Heights.
Scott?
Steve Ferguson, I'm currently a senior.
Steve, thank you.
Jeremy Way, senior.
Jeremy?
I'm Vince Wilkin. I'm a senior.
Vince? And?
I'm Captain Jeff Stacy. I'm also a senior.
And coach of the Sterling Heights team is?
Adrian Allard, and I'm astounded.
Thank you. And now the winners of the State Quiz Bowl tournament. Let's begin with
Hi, I'm Eric Sunday. I'm now a junior at Catholic Central.
Eric.
Hi, I'm Max Migalski, and I am a senior at Catholic Central.
Okay, Eric.
I'm John Buckley. I'm captain of the CC team, and I'm presently a senior.
Okay, John.
Hi, my name is Sandy Abraham, and I'm a senior at Catholic Central.
Okay.
My name is Matt Hepburn, and I'm also a senior.
Okay, Matt. And the coach of the Catholic Central team is?
Howard Weinberg.
Howard, congratulations. Thank you. And accept the trophy. While we have just a moment, could we ask Dr. Norris to join us on stage, if you will? Dr. Norris, as we mentioned at halftime, is president of St. Clair County Community College, where this program is coming to you, and this is the first statewide Quiz Bowl that you've hosted.
It is the first of these, and we hope it's not the last. We hope we have many more of these. We're delighted to have a group like this on campus. Certainly gives us an opportunity to participate in promoting academic activity and academic competition in the state of Michigan, and we're delighted to have a chance to do that.
Gives us a chance to show off for what we think is a beautiful fine arts auditorium, too.
Well, thank you very much. And for those people who may not know, St. Clair County Community College is located in beautiful downtown Port Huron. We've been serving the people of the Blue Water area since 1923, and we're always proud to have people come to the campus.
Thank you very much, Dr. Norris. Senator Dan DeGros is the fellow responsible for this Quiz Bowl. There are others, though, who we'd like to acknowledge. We'll have just a moment, who sponsored this event.
Right. I'd like to thank the Michigan Senate and Senator Engler in particular, State Board of Education, the Mackinac Center, who donated the money, and lastly, St. Clair County Community College, who prepared the set, gave us the facilities, and printed the programs. So.
And that's our event, the Michigan State Quiz Bowl from the campus of St. Clair County Community College in Port Huron, Michigan. Thank you very much.